Hello guys, welcome back to Jamie Tech, and today video we are going to show you the complete CRUD operation in SwiftUI. I have made this my drive app using SwiftUI, right? And you can see the Xcode version is updated, right? So I'm going to show you the theme of the application. We have an edit button, we can swipe left, right to delete, we can delete the whole diaries as well as the things, all data is stored in core data, right? Even if you remove the if, right, for example, it will be stored permanently, right? So now I'm going to add one more diary. For example, it is Jamie, about something, about my life, right? And here has the description goes on, right? And now I can select the date as well. It is on 5. For example, it is something else in 3, right? And I'm going to click on 8, and it is 8, right? And now I can update it as well, right? For example, updated, right? Yes, updated. For example, if I can update the date as well, 11, and I can go up, and so updated, yes, and 11, it is updated. And now I can search as well my diary. For example, about my life, it is being here. I can go there, okay, go back, and now I can delete the whole diaries, and I can edit. For example, I can delete one by one as well. So this is a simple app. If I remove this and open it again, the data will be stored permanently right in your device. So let's go to the application, to the code what we have. So this is aim, right? So you must have a valid and beautiful and good format of your coding components, right? So first we have a core data, the database, and then we have data services, and then we have view models, then we have views. The first one is called the core data, right? So we have created, you can click on add entity, then give the name to the entity, and then add some attributes using this plus, right? I have diary date type, and diary description, and diary title, okay. Then go back. So we have covered this. Now we have to move to the database, data services, core data manager. Here what we have, first you have include this thing, import this thing, right? Then we are going to class for managing the core data, right? The data we have here, we're going to manage this data. We have a class, core data manager class, and this is a singleton, it. Then we are a declaration of the container in context, right? So this is a NS persistent container. Actually it is a variable, right? And the context inside the container, it is the context inside the container, right? We have an error counter, we use it there. So initialization of the container, we're going to initialize the container. So how we initialize it, container, we assign it this NS persistent container, the entity we have created, right? Then we load the container, right? Then we handle the error if we get the error. So the error will be displayed, otherwise we print the data has been loaded successfully, right? Then container view context, it's being assigned to this. Then we have a function, simple function. We save the data, try context.save, print data successfully saved, means added successfully, okay. So this is what this was the core data manager class. Then go back here to the view model, where the data is being where we have some functions and accessing the data services. So the first things you have to import these things, and then class for managing function like get data, add data. The CRUD all professionals goes here. So we are going to study one by one. I'll explain it. I'll reference to the core data managing class, and then we can absorb this class from the view, right? So description and date, and here I'm making a request, NS fetch request to my diary, right? I want to fetch something from here, and here initialize init state. In the init I'm getting the diary, get diary. Here's the diary array equal to try manager.content.fetch request. I'm requesting the data, and then data failed to load. If not successfully fetched, we make a the message that data has been failed. So now we have some function. The first one is add new diary function. The first one is add diary. So I'm grabbing the date, title and description, right? When I add it, when I add the new diary, so the new diary needs three variables: date, title, and description. When I call this function from anywhere, this will ask me to provide three variables, right? So the other things are so easy. Okay, go on. Delete diary function we have. So we have the index set. All right, it is board in the index set. Then these are the things you can see. Let's return entity. We delete it, and then we have update function. What does update do? Update diary. We update the diary, right? We call this from the view, right? You will see there. And then we have count diaries. If I want to count the total records in our entity, for example, let count equal to this. It will count the total records in our app. For example, here's are 4. So the total record will be 4, and here function to delete all records of the entity. If I want to delete all the diaries, then I can delete them using this function. And then we have the last one, which is being used in every function, the save data diary.remove all. We remove the previous things. Self.manager.savegym. We save the actually this application was being used being built for you build this application for gym. Just I copy paste something. Self.get diary. We have a bow. This is the data service. We have a function here, save Gima. This is the function we have called there. Okay, this was the end of the core data VM, right? I'm going to close it, and now we are going to move to the where we are going to move to the views, right? So here is the first thing we have is home page. So the home page is something like this. Before this, you must know this thing, that home page, window groups or that environment object. It is important because nothing will be updated if you do not include these things. So go back. We have home view. We have this home view. Okay, in home view we have a environment object. This is important because nothing will be changed around time, right? If I click like this, if I click on these things, right, it will delete the diaries, but the screen will not be updated. So you must have to include this thing. It is important. So we have another date and some search text and need refresh, 2-3 variables. We have filter results. This is being used for the search. My diary entity, right? If search text is if it is empty, vm.diary, return this one. Else return vm.diary.filter. We're going to filter the array, right? We are going we just filtered the array and it is being filtered through search text. Okay, then what we have is alert title and show title. We look at this is what we have, right? This is what we have a variable for. And then we have the body. The body is something, we have a navigation view, and inside this we have a view stake. And here I say that if vim.diary, if it is empty, I'm going to show what I'm going to show is a no diary view. And now we are going to move to the no diary view, and you can see the no diary view is something. This is colors, state object coordinate vim, instead of that see animate, some animation, right? And to push to top, right? It is being used. Okay, just there is no ID. Okay, are you, or let me show you this one. Let me delete this first out, and here there is no diary, right? Add new one, it will add the new one, right? So this is the this view, right? You can copy and paste it slowly, and go. We have another function, animation, dispatch queue.main.isInArt, right? Hope you understand this one. It's too easy, you don't need to be worried. Okay, and then what we have, go back to home view. This is being done. Home view, in home view we had where we were here, right? We were here, we just did it, the no diary view, then transition and it dot opacity dot animation dot isInArt, right? It is blinking, right? And then we have else part. If the diary is not empty, if there is something, then we're going to have a list. For example, we have a filter list diary in. If let index filter dot index, right? Let new number. We are counting the number, right? At the top, you know, at the side you see might. For example, if I add, for example, this is, yeah, the one. This is being for this one, right? Navigation link, we have a navigation link, edit diary view. You know, when I click on each record, I can go to the edit page, you know, I can update it. So this is let's go to the edit view, and the edit page is something like this. You can see we have this variables. You must copy and paste it. This is a date format, right? You can see, and then we have some variables. Then we have a z-stake. You can see date picker we have, and then we have text field diary. Exactly, this is the binding is here's a function write down. You have to write it down, right? Okay, go down, text field text, and get alert, and this is the extension, right? It is important binding. Without this, nothing will work. You must have to be careful. Okay, so go back and see it one by one here. I'm going to repeat it again because the binding is so important. Without this, nothing will work. This is important. This is important. Okay, this is important. This is important, right? Okay, then we have a button update. vm.update diary need refresh that toggle present. We just dismiss the page, and then we have update button, right? This is the update button. Okay, then go here. Okay, this is all done. Now go back to, now we edit view has been done, so we have to pass diary and need refresh, right? Need refresh, it is a boolean. And then we have the label. what is the label? In the label we are passing the row, right? The row is like this. This is the row, and the row is core data view row, and core data view row is exactly this one. We have some variables, the date format, this is the date format, and then we have some number of diaries, we display it. This is the thing I'm going to show it here, this, right? Let me canvas if it is. Come on, go on. Number of diaries, come on, hurry up, what do you do, man? On vertical stake we have the title, right? Simple one row, right? We have the title, description, first this is the diary, number of diaries, and the date format. At the end we have the date, and here this is important, you have also to import it. Okay, so this is the core data view row has been done, and then we have done on delete operation. The dot on delete operation is being used here with the delete diary. Okay, perform or bm.delete diary, as we have their function delete diary, this is the function. Okay, simple. Then we have list the plain list style, and then we have the color, and then to the navigation we have a searchable component where we can search. In the text we can give a search text, and prompts we search diary title. This is what we have, search diary title, right? This is okay. Then we have a navigation title, my diary, this is what we have. And then we have navigation style stick, right? The navigation style. Then we have navigation button, right? Bar items. At the first we have, the first one is edit, and the leading we have edit button, and on trailing we have two buttons, delete and add. So I'm going to open it. The first one is delete show dot alert. We have about simple boolean variable show alert dot toggle. Then we have image system simply, then that is represent, when you click on it we represent alert. This is the things you can simply write them down. Delete all records, here we have a function, delete all records. So we have the function in the VM in the view model we have described above, right? I'm just accessing that one. Okay, just secondary button is cancel. The first one was delete. And the action was vm.delete records, and the second one is secondary.cancel only, just we cancel the thing. And then we have a navigation link. For example, when you click on the aid button, right, on this one, you move to that one, right? Aid diary, we just move to the aid diary. So this is the last one we are going to talk about. So let's go to the aid diary page, and in the aid diary page we have what we have, right? These are the variables I'm using there. Okay, I think they are not used there anymore, don't need to include them. So we have a z-stick, the first one is scroll wheel. We have v-stick here. The first one is let me show you the thing on the 8 library. Okay, go here a bit, this is the last one. Yes, it is being here, don't worry. So we have the first thing is right, the big button, right? We can simply go back from here and we dismiss it, right? So spacer add new diary, we have this thing, Then we have that picker. This is the date picker, right? You can see it. And then what we have, you must have to know this thing, right? It is important, and it has taken a lot of time when I was building it. Then we have a text field, right? I love Gym, right? And then we have edit text, a text editor, right? They hold this one, right? Okay, then we have a button. The button is add, if text is valid, even if you remove this, it will be run. In SwiftUI we don't need it. vm.add diary, I'm calling this the function we declared in this view model, right? The function we have declared there is being called from a page. So I'm passing the simple date, title, description, and then I'm also counting diaries, but they're not necessary, right? If I want to do that, I can. Then dismiss the screen, and this is the shape of the button. Then what we have, ignore safe area, navigation, bar hidden, is true, dot is alert. I think this is not necessary, right? We don't need it, right? Just remove them, and we don't need them. Then we have to function text validate. Come on, if text, sorry, this is important. I didn't show you. If I have included nothing, then I'll show a message, please enter more than 3 words, right? So it is important. Above we have declared some 2 variables. This 2 variables is being used right down. So here this is text is valid or not. It is a function that checks whether the text is valid or not. Then the text is less than or greater than 3. If it is less than 3, we pop up a message that please enter more than 3 words, right? Okay, then we have another func get alert. This is alert being set it, and then this is simply for preview. I think this was the end of the project where we were. So we were here, the add diary is being called. Then what we have is this is being discussed, and here the exactly this is what we have. That environment object, it is important to include in your preview, in your home screen, this one, right? So please watch the whole video from start to end. Then when you encounter any issue, kindly write it down in the comment section. I'll help you. Thank you for watching my video. Just don't forget to subscribe, as well as don't forget to share with your friends, because I want to spread the knowledge. I want to share my knowledge. So that's all. Thank you. We'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.